This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good afternoon, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, now the #1 sports podcast network in America. My name is Tim Daniel. I am a lifelong Reds fan. I've been podcasting about the team for 6 years, and now my second season here at Locked On. And I want to thank you for spending some time with me today as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds' brutal performance against the Miami Marlins, 8-1. If you're just checking this show out for the first time, welcome. We are so glad to have you. Please be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube or your podcast app of choice so you can not only get my show after each and every game, but get Jeff Carr and Stephen Alfenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. On today's show, we're going to talk about the first game all season, 13 games, I get it, that legit annoyed me. I legit am annoyed by today's game. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Rhett Lowder had his first bad start ever? Like, I mean, that I know of, so we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to, of course, end on a positive note. And that is Elly, Matt McLain, and Sal Stewart playing pretty well today. All that and a whole lot more. Actually, Elly had 3 strikeouts, but, we'll let that part slide. And I'm going to hear from you, our everydayers. Let's just do this.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, look, baseball's, there's a lot of these, right? We play 162 of these. It's day by day. You play every day. I say it all the time when they lose. The beauty about baseball is the next day you get to play again. But today legit made me mad as a Reds fan. Today legit annoyed me as a Reds fan. When I watched that game today, I think 90% of the time I just looked at it with this face. Like, nothing was good about this. Nothing. I mean, Dane Meyer's catch for the first out was cool. And then he almost broke his arm. That wasn't cool. And then he had another play where he dove and almost died. It looked like that wasn't cool. Rhett Lowder wasn't very good today. I'm saving that one. Just not good. Not good. 0 for 10 runners in scoring position, 11 left on base today. They lost by 7 runs. Jose Franco had to go pitch 2 innings again after he pitched 2 innings the other day. And it didn't go as well this time as it did last time. And there's just some things there that really, really frustrate me. Now, I'm not mad at Rhett Lowder. He's allowed to have a bad day. He was due to have a bad day. And can't wait to talk about his performance here in a second. But just this PJ Higgins is playing Major League Baseball. Have we processed this? That PJ Higgins just caught a Major League game for our Cincinnati Reds. And I get it. He's the third guy. He was in AAA Louisville. He's got some continuity with some of the starting pitchers because he was on the back fields with them at spring training up to the last day. PJ Higgins. I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm sure he's very nice. But come on now. We can do better than that. I don't know. It just was not a fun day to be a Reds fan. And I get it. You're going to have days like that. It's baseball. And also, big picture, this game probably doesn't mean a whole lot. Yeah, I know what Steve and I have been saying quite a bit when I've been filling in over there that you want to win as many games as you can now because September's going to suck if you look at that schedule. But also, yowza. They still went 5-2 on this road trip, which you'll take any day of the week. And they said during the broadcast that if you told these guys at the start of it they were going to go 5-2 and they were going to end on a disappointing note, they'd take it. And I agree. I absolutely agree. I just thought today they looked like a team that was so ready to get out of Florida, and they looked so ready to get out of Miami and just get back to their home beds and be like, let's rest up and get ready for a homestand where we get to play 3 games at some point against the San Francisco Giants, who I don't know if you guys have looked, aren't good. So that's my guess. Also want to give a shout out today. New City Connects released, the pictures and I guess technically retail. Big fan. Really excited about City Connect weekends. Saturday, if you're going to the game, heads up, by the way, I'll get to this, then I'll get to the next segments. Just go early. New Jersey's bobblehead day, madhouse. Just get there early. That's all you want to do. By the way, did I mention PJ Higgins caught a game for the Cincinnati Reds today? All right. Well, let's talk about Rhett Lowder too, because Rhett Lowder today had his first bad start in a really long time. First major league bad one that I can at least remember. And like I said, I'm not mad at him. He was due to have a bad day. It was just one of those days where if it was just him, if he cost them the game, I'd probably be meaner to him. But none of them looked like they wanted to play today. And I felt like with Rhett, he just wasn't locating. He was getting behind in counts a lot. That's not Rhett Lowder. That's not what Rhett Lowder does. He was, leaving things to hang. That's not Rhett Lowder either. Rhett Lowder's normally, kind of got that bulldog mentality, comes right at you, isn't scared of anybody. It just felt like he didn't have a feel for his pitches. It's hard to be disappointed in a guy who's pitched as well as he has. But, you just felt like you could rely on him today, especially because Brady Singer was not very good yesterday. And I guess the other plus is they still didn't use a ton of bullpen. So that's nice. So, they still didn't use the guys that Steve and I talked about yesterday. So you have them all weekend. The Graham Ashcrafts, the Tony Santillan's, the Emilio Pagans. They're still all available. Brock Burke only got, what do you throw today? 8 pitches. Got to think Brock Burke's going to be available. So they're not in bad shape bullpen wise. And, it just felt like Lowder just wasn't his day. And, in the major leagues, especially as a pitcher, those days are going to happen. I fully suspect his next outing against the San Francisco Giants, he's going to be much better. And we're going to have a much more fun conversation about Rhett Lowder. Jose Franco today, really appreciate that he was being the long man again, taking 2 innings. Didn't go as well as the other day. Man, he came in a game that was lifeless. So hard to be mad at him. 2 innings, 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. This is why he's right now a 4A pitcher. I'm not saying he won't at some point be a regular MLB pitcher. I think he certainly has the stuff to be. I just think right now with where they are, this is a role for him. And then, like I said, Brock Burke today before Franco got those last 2 outs. And hard to really read a scouting report on 8 pitches, but thought he did his job, and you take that any day of the week. So, it's a sucky day to be a Reds fan, but they're not in bad shape. Still a great road trip. Still got your majority of your bullpen healthy for this long homestand coming up. And you play 2 mediocre to bad teams coming up. So the Angels are going to this game. Let's see, are they playing right now? They're 6-7 at the moment. And do they play tonight? No, they are off tonight. So they'll go into this series 6-7. And then starting on Tuesday, you bring in the San Francisco Giants who have a college coach as their manager. But you know what? Let's make sure today we have some positivity and a high note to talk about, because you still got 3 really young studs who have their great moments and make you really excited to be a Reds fan. And that's Matt McLain, Elly De La Cruz, and Sal Stewart. Let's talk about them and more right after this.
Hey, this is Jeff Carr from Locked On Reds, and when it comes to our futures, we all have great ideas when it comes to our job, when it comes to our house, when it comes to our vehicles, all that great stuff. But honestly, when it comes to securing that future, I don't know what I don't know. And when me and my wife sat down to figure out the life insurance thing, Ethos made everything simple. Everything's online, you have a quick and easy application process, and you find out exactly what you need for coverage all in one spot. Ethos makes everything so convenient when it comes to learning about your own life insurance, because insurance is something that is far beyond batting average or on-base percentage. It's way out in left field for me. Ethos made it all easy. Take just 10 minutes and get covered today with life insurance through Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/LockedOnMLB. That's ethos.com/LockedOnMLB. Application times may vary and rates may vary.
The NBA playoffs are here, where every possession matters, every matchup is magnified, and every game can swing a series. And right now, FanDuel is giving new customers a great way to get in on the action. You can bet just $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if your first bet win. The app makes it easy to follow the action with player stats, trends, and matchups all in one place. And during the playoffs, that extra insight really matters when you're looking at stars, role players, and key moments. It just makes the entire playoff experience more engaging from start to finish. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Workplace chaos, deadlines stacking up, inbox overflowing, and the one position you have to fill still sitting open. When the pressure's on and you need the right hire, this is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. Indeed sponsored jobs help you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for: skills, experience, location. So you're not just hoping the right candidate stumbles across your post. And here's a hot stat that says it all. In the minute I've been talking to you all, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates to check all your boxes with Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help you get your job the premium status it deserves at IndeedSponsoredJobs.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? This is a job for Indeed sponsored. Want to give a shout out as always to our everydayers here on the Reds Postcast. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Always appreciate it. And you also, if you live this team each and every day, you also can become part of the Everydayer Club. Baseball is back, and to celebrate, I'm giving you a full month of the Everydayer Club for free. Go to lockedonreds.supercast.com and use code FINALLY. You unlock every episode ad-free and get access to our private listener group chat. Tap the link in the show notes and use code FINALLY to claim your free month. And you not only get your Locked On Reds, say you love the Utah Jazz. There's a Utah Jazz channel. Say you love the Montreal Canadiens. There's a Montreal Canadiens channel. Say you love the Buffalo Bills. There's a Buffalo Bills channel. There is a whole lot, one for every team, because we have every team, professional team covered here on Locked On Sports. So, you know what? I just gave a lot of bad in the beginning. I didn't even get to TJ Friedel and his, I don't know, do you want to call that outfield play? I didn't get to Spencer Steer and his, do you want to call that right field? Just because I felt like we needed to have some positivity. So let's get to it, shall we?
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I'm going to give some love to Sal Stewart again because he hit another homer today and he had a walk today and he raked in his hometown, in his home park. It was fun to see. So another day say for Sal Stewart. So today, Matt McLain has 2 hits. Elly De La Cruz is a nice hit, does have 3 Ks. And then Sal Stewart has a nice day as well. And you're seeing that is the backbone of the Cincinnati Reds right there. Now, Eugenio Suarez obviously hitting that spot. Good. Love it. Would like to see them move those guys up. I've talked about them a million times. Send Fredo to the bottom of the order. Move everyone else up a bit. Roll from there. I like it. Let's do it. But one thing that really stood out to me was that you can see that the team kind of responds to what those 3 guys do. It's almost like, even though Gino's like the leader of the team, the veteran leader, everyone kind of sees what those guys do, and that's where they piggyback and lead up. And that's what I really like about those 3 guys there. It feels like I wouldn't necessarily go far as calling them leaders. Actually, I think Matt McLain has kind of been declared a leader. But I would say that they're young, they're athletic, they have a lot of energy, they're really exciting. They're a really good team, man. And I know today sucks and today was really disappointing, but I still really like where this team's going moving forward. So other things to shout out: Spencer Steer has 2 hits today. That was nice to see. Hopefully that gets him going at the plate. Dane Myers is a nice single there in the 9th inning. Will Benson draws a walk when he pinch hits for PJ Higgins. That was really nice to see. And yeah, I think that big picture, we're still in good shape. Pierre asked me, who does Sal Stew remind you of? Ooh. I'll tell you what, Pierre, can I have a day and I'll give you an answer tomorrow, because that was off the cuff. I didn't have an answer for that just yet, but I'll have it for Friday's episode after we talk about the Angels game. But I will say that I very much enjoy having him on our baseball team, and I hope he is here for many years to come, because he's a blast, and I'm really excited to see him go out there and win National League Rookie of the Year. But on that note, we'll go ahead and roll out of here today. Everyone, thank you so much for waiting for me. Unfortunately, the desk job doesn't get off in time for me to be here right after the game for these getaway day games, but we'll celebrate the Reds victories tomorrow. And today we will talk about a 8-1 loss to the Miami Marlins, where the Miami Marlins have 8 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors. The Reds have 1 run on 7 hits and 2 errors. Your winning pitcher today for the Marlins is Max Meyer. Your losing pitcher is Rhett Lowder. And we have Tyler Phillips getting his first save of the year. But tomorrow, my favorite day, it's Chase Burns Day. Chase Burns takes the hill for the Redlegs. He is 1-0 with a .82 ERA. He will be going up against Jack Kohanowicz, who is currently 1-0 with a .466 ERA. First pitch is at 6:45. I'll go ahead and do this because I had to do it a lot last year. The Reds are on Apple TV Plus tomorrow. So that is how you can watch the game. And I'm sure they have some sort of way you can get a free trial for 2 weeks if you don't have it right now. But if you do have it, there you go. Also, of course, you've got the radio broadcast. But thank you all so much for spending some time with me today. I'm Tim Daniel. Have a great rest of your day. Go Redlegs. We'll celebrate a better day tomorrow.